Hello everyone, my name is Bree and welcome to Documented Journey. Today we're going to be doing a flip through. I finished both of these, but this is a sketchbook that I hand bound myself with some Arteza watercolor paper. I would not recommend it unless you just like doing watercolor. I like ballpoint pens, so it just didn't flow very well with me, but I did a lot of experimenting in here, and this flip through is already up on my Patreon. The one that I'm going to be doing on YouTube is this sketchbook. This is an Etcher Sketchbook. It has gorgeous paper. I love the paper in here. I dislike the cover. I dislike the cover because it's canvas. I like to stick stickers on my notebooks, and this just, I don't know, I just don't like the feel. Also, it's white, so it does get dirty. I take this outside. Do I recommend it? Yes, it has lovely paper. Will I purchase this again? No, probably not. So, to get started, I just label the first page as when I started, and when I finished, I rolled through this sketchbook, which was really nice. This is the first page. It's kind of a weird page because I don't know, it doesn't lay flat. It like creases right here. So what I did in the back is I actually taped these together because I had a really hard time with this. But this was my first spread. Not a huge fan, but that's okay. Here I was playing with a lot of pigments and mixing them together and then creating landscapes out of them. I really enjoyed kind of challenging myself in that way. They're all taped off. That's why they look so nice and neat. I had such a great time doing this. I actually made this into a Patreon postcard, so let me show you. So here is the postcard for my patrons and the sticker that came out of this whole spread. I really had fun doing this. This was probably one of my favorite pages in here. I just really like it. The next page, I was focusing on owls. I was just trying to create texture. I wanted to see how colored pencil fared on this paper. It's okay. This paper is not as smooth as Strathmore mixed media paper, and so I felt like I was a bit heavy-handed, but regardless, I still think this turned out okay. I'm not mad at it. Here's another version of the owls. Really like this page, and I'm saving it for future use. Here I was just sketching around, trying to figure out how I could possibly stylize some trees. I'm not in love with this, but it's fine. This is my family room. This is kind of what the TV and, mantle, I don't know how to explain that, looks like in our home. I actually really like this page, and I love doing things like this, so that way I can remember where we were at a certain time and what it looked like, what plants we had, like this fish I got on my honeymoon. This book right here, Outside, it has great illustrations for the kids and they love to draw from it. What plants I have and what planters, like right now I actually just switched these the other day, so I have my spider plant in here and then I have my philodendron in here. It does much better. Philodendrons are like the easiest thing to grow. If you are new to plants, they are like one of the easiest. Actually, philodendrons, snake plant, and monstera. The next page, I am experimenting with sketching animals. It's crazy because I have been sketching them for a while now, and to see my progress in just 2 months is really cool. I'm going to get out a different sketchbook right now and just kind of show you. So I have sketched out some bears here, and then I also did them here, and you can just tell a huge difference. You can see this, it's just in pencil, but you can just tell a huge difference, and it's really exciting to see that progress in such a short amount of time. Anyone that ever asks me, they're like, how did you get so good? Or my kids ask me that all the time. I'm just like, practice. I did a lot of practicing. This was another kind of like trial with trees and creating depth with trees. I really liked. I liked where this was going. I don't necessarily like what they look like, but I do enjoy where this was going, and I play around with it later on in here. This is actually a sticker. It was my first Patreon reward. I'll show you that. So it turned into a beautiful sticker, just like the illustration. So what I plan on doing for old Patreon rewards, because I do have a few, I'm actually going to create a secret shop for Patreon, and if you're a patron of mine, then you'll get access to the secret shop, and I'm really excited to do that. I'm just kind of waiting until I have some things that I can like add to the shop and it just not be empty. I love birch trees. They're probably, or aspens, any kind of white bark tree. They're one of my favorites, so I was just kind of playing around with this. This is inspired by cat rails. I host a sketchwalk group for people around me. It has moved to Zoom meetings because of COVID, but I have been asking guest artists to come and hang out with us and share techniques, and this is what Cat Rails walked us through. I had a lovely time doing this, and I was so glad that she incorporated birds because I love them. So with this, I pulled the birds from the previous page, and this is actually an illustration done by this artist. I'm going to butcher it, but it's Aveline Stockart or Stockart, not sure. I can leave her in the description box. I didn't know her, but I do look for the Draw This in Your Style challenges when I just want something to draw and I'm not really sure what I want to draw. I thumb through those Draw This in Your Style challenges on Instagram, and I came up with this one, and I just kind of, she had a Free Spirit bird shirt on, and I was just like, yeah, I'm doing that. This is going to look great with adding my background to it. So it just sparks inspiration, and I don't know, I have fun doing it. This is a spread that I did on YouTube, is a paint along. I had a great time doing this, and I have prints on the way to me right now for this. It is actually reversed, but it looks amazing, and I'm so excited to get them. I am having a shop update come August 1st, and I'm hoping that that print will be here in time for the shop update. Flowers. I mean, you all know how much I love flowers and green, so that's pretty much what this page is. It was just me doodling and practicing with my ballpoint pen shading, and then I just felt like it needed something, so I put the green in the background. Love it. This green is actually Daniel Smith watercolor called Oversea Green. It's my favorite. These I did a little bit on camera during a studio vlog, and then I asked on Instagram which one they'd like to see as a sticker, and I got mostly the bunny, so I do have that one. I could probably show you that. It's on my iPad. I do have that one pretty much ready to go, and I have been working on the cat. So let's see. I'm trying to pull it up on here. So here is the digitalized version of the bunny. I do add, I kind of cleaned up the nose area a little bit just because the watercolor didn't run to this section and I think it looks a little off. And then, you know, I added in some darker tones in here and some more sketchy lines. I plan to do the cat as well. This is actually Bernie, my cat. I just stuck him in some tall grass. It's kind of like a stylized version of tall grass. I really enjoyed that. This, I was playing around with different ways that I can add, I guess, detail into shrubbery. Yeah, that's kind of like the ballpoint pen sketch, moving on to adding color. This I love. I think this is, again, something else that I reworked and I am getting a print of. I really, really like that one as well. In this spread, it's all about pears, and I pulled those leaf forms that I have here, pulled them into the tree. I was just, I was trying to figure out how I could do the stylized tree kind of like similar to this, and I think that it really works well in this illustration. I actually really like this illustration and want to continue playing more with it. I like the sketchy look. I know that mine is more details oriented, but I've been really drawn to the plops of color, less blending. I have a thing. I focus really hard on blending. I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to plop color down and build on top of that the detail instead of starting off with the detail and then just shading it in. You can kind of see that here in this one. I sketched out something in ballpoint pen. I plopped the color in without anything else, and then I did both. I really love this. I love these types of spreads. I did them a lot in my last flip through, so if that's something you're interested, you should totally check out. And then this is the last one. This is just ballpoint pen sketching, tiger, playing with exaggerated foliage in the background. I really like that. It's kind of similar to what I did over here in the bear. This one isn't inked up yet. I am still kind of working on finishing it, but I think this one's going to be really cute. I also really like this one. I like these kind of leaves that I'm playing around with. So anyway, I'm just playing and I'm practicing, and I think that that's the beauty of a sketchbook. I've really come to learn that it doesn't have to be perfect. This is where you play and where you learn. I'm not making masterpieces here. This isn't going in a museum. This is just for me. And I think that that mindset is for anyone, not just artists. So I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through and the video. If you want to check out any of my other videos, I'll have some linked in the description box for you. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I love chatting with you in the comments. I answer every comment. It might be a week later, but I do answer every single comment that I get. I think that's really important, and I prioritize that. So if you have any questions or want to chat with me, please go ahead and do so. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a great week, and until next time, I'll see ya.